Hi, it's Leslie, Married at First Sight. It is crunch time, less than 3 weeks to go, and those experts have jumped in and are trying desperately to do anything they can do to just drag those failing couples across that finish line. A couple couples are doing really well, but a lot of couples need some help, so they're jumping right in. But before I get into it, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And we're going to start with Justin and Alexis. Some feel these two still have a shot. I don't know if I'm in that camp, but anyway, the experts are there, and the big discussion this week was that Alexis still likes to go out with her girlfriends for 1 or 2, 1.5, 2 hours per week to the clubs, or just to dinner or whatever, and this is a big point of contention with her and Justin, because Justin feels that she's a married woman now, she should want to be there, and why is she going out all the time with a girlfriend? She's acting like a single woman still. Dr. Pia, the expert, came in and of course delved into this issue of the partying Alexis. And what made me crazy is this is just a symptom of a problem. Who cares if she goes out, whatever, she should be able to go out. The bottom line is she wants to go out, and that is what it is. It's just a symptom of the bigger problem being that she doesn't really want to hang with Justin all that time. If he was the man of her dreams, she wouldn't be going out, she'd be there. Given the choice, she'd be like, you don't want to go, honey? I'm staying home with you. But she's not doing that, she wants to go out. Anyway, through all these discussion, it then comes out that Dr. Pia kind of nails Alexis, and she admits that she's ready to be married, just maybe not to Justin. And of course that let all the air out of his balloon, and the ring came off, and from that point he was just like deflated and basically had given up. Of course, Dr. Pia and Justin both kind of nailed Alexis that, she's not really being a great wife doing this going out and partying thing and all this kind of stuff. And Alexis was not having it, because in her mind this is perfectly fine, and it should be perfectly fine, but in this crunch time of an 8-week thing, you'd think she'd want to be there with Justin. Bottom line, she just doesn't want to be there with him, and that is what it is. And I had to be on Alexis' side with this. They have this big discussion, basically raking her over the coals for her desire to want to hang out with her girlfriends and, regroup on the weekend. And then they try to pivot right to that into, why aren't you having sex and being intimate and stuff? And I was with Alexis. She was like, what? We just got out of that where you're telling me I'm not this, and now you want to know why I'm not going to be intimate with this man? It was ridiculous. I was on her side. I thought she was a little over dramatic, that she felt unsafe and all the things, but I was on her side. That was not a great segue. That expert failed in that little moment there. Justin kept saying how he didn't want to be treated as an option. But anyway, they went on their way after the damage was done with that meet with the expert. And then it kind of like took them to their apartment. They have fiery conversation and everything. And suddenly there's a pole in there, and Alexis decides she wants to show her husband that she is into him and she does desire him. And I was like, oh, you do? That was news to me. She does a little pole dancing, and then it was going to be like, that was the moment. That was the fork in the road where it could have went either way. And instead, the experts come to the rescue again, and they play this blindfold game. Justin puts the blindfold on first and starts to talk, and basically showed all his disappointment that he doesn't think she's into him. He's always second. And of course, Doggygate came up again. That will never end. And it was just like he'd given up. And then they flipped the script, and Alexis puts the mask on, and it was basically a Dear John letter. I mean, she was basically saying like, I gave it a great college try. I respect you. It was horrible. It's been fun, but you're not the one, and I'm going to be great for somebody. And she thought she was being really delicate and kind and nice and not saying more than she needed to say. She had said quite enough, and that put a damper. The hot, sexy evening that started with pole dancing just died a fiery death at that moment, and it was a wrap. It was done. Nail in the coffin. I think the experts just literally solidified this divorce right here. But I do have to say, amidst all this drama with Alexis and Justin, we did get to enjoy some lovely hairstyles from her. I appreciated them, mixing it up a little. She's got like the long hair and everything. And she had a crazy loop hair, and she had the stylish up here. I'll put in a little pics, but I did appreciate, fashion first. Drama's happening, but you know what? You always got to bring it with the fashion. But so that was Alexis and Justin. I do not give them any hope. I think the experts were trying desperately to get this one back on the rails, but it is off the rails and heading for destruction. Let's go into a happier couple. Nate and Stasha. They seem to be killing it. You know, this is Lifetime. I tell you, they're really ramping up the, you know, the steamy situations and scenes. I was a little kind of taken back with some of this stuff, but you know, I guess the, you know, ratings are important. So they handed Stasha and Nate a basket full of goodies again, like they do with many of these couples, and sent them off and running. And the whole thought was that we need Stasha to trust Nate more. Why that always falls to, like, with your body, it's very interesting, because it's really not about with your body. It's about with, you know, all the, anyway, but maybe it's part of your body. I don't know. It just was very odd, but they had a lot of steamy scenes, and Lord only knows, I'm sure he had his, whatever he says, kinky time after, and they're doing great. So you would think, until you see the previews for next week, and then of course it's a shit show and all seems to fall south. But for right now, Nate and Stasha are killing it. They are super attracted to each other, and Stasha is doing the work and putting in all the things to make, you know, Nate trust her and her trust him, and good luck to them. I'm gonna go on to Lindy and Miguel. They are obviously the overachiever couple. They were the couple that's doing so freaking good. They get the ultimate test, and it's a fake baby. They get this beautiful mixed brown baby to take care of, a fake turn it on baby that cries and poos and poops and does all the things. And they were super cute, and they are just like full speed ahead, gonna cross this finish line with flying colors. They are the couple to envy. They have got it all going for them. They just look like it's easy street. Miguel is cute. He's all in. They've said they love each other. So not much to say about them, except wait for next week, because it looks like there's a storm of brewing there. Now on to Kristen and Mitch. You know, they're like on the bubble. They've got that place on the bubble. They seem like they're doing okay. But unfortunately now, sex has stopped, you know. And visually that is very appealing to us, because the thought of the two of them, I don't know about you, but it does nothing for me. But anyway, sex has stopped. Of course, the experts are in there, and when they heard that, they were like, oh no, red alert, you know. And sex has stopped because I guess Mitch cracked jokes in the bedroom. Can't imagine what jokes, but some of those could be horribly, yeah, not good. Joking, yeah. But so sex is halted for the last 2 weeks. Anyway, Dr. Pia came in to talk with them when she learned that they're not having sex anymore. They asked a question to Kristen about who's your childhood hero, and she said her mom, and I guess Mitch kind of was like, well, do you mean now or when you were childhood? And then the tears started. I was like, tears again with this? So they're obviously still on the struggle bus, because that should not bring tears, but she still has some deep-seated issues with Mitch, even though Mitch seems totally into her. Anyway, since the sex has stopped, that is like alarming all the experts, and they need to send in reinforcements right away. The basket full of goodies, they send them off to explore touch without having sex, I guess. And it was disturbing to me. I don't know if it was just that I'm just so unattracted to Mitch, but I was just like, this is not what I want to see. It was just, I was happy when it was done. I was not into it. And it was more than I needed to know about their sex life and positions and all the things. And they could have kept that to themselves, and I would have been quite happy. And now on to the couple that they have no chance. They have zero chance. They have -50 chance of making it. They're only just carrying through because I guess nobody wants to be an Alyssa again and bail and just walk out. No one wants that tag. So they're continuing on, but poor Bing, I mean, he can't win. He apologizes. His apology is not emotional enough. It is not whatever enough. It is not feeling enough. Morgan's not having it, and for some reason she still wants an apology. I'm kind of baffled how you can have that much emotion for someone you don't even really care about. Why is she crying? Like, it's just very confusing to me, but Bing's just got to cut his losses and hit the road. It's not going to work. There's no words he could say that would make her give him another chance. It's a wrap there. Dr. P asked him, so, you know, less than 3 weeks ago, where do you go from here? Drop back and punt. It's called give up. It's called divorce court. Get it done. Sign it and keep it moving. Anyway, that's about it for this week. Those poor experts had their hands full. I don't know if they did more damage or helped. I don't think they helped a lot of the couples, but anyway, that's what they got to try to do anyway. Please subscribe if you like my recap. I'll be here every week, and hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.